Good evening, happy Sunday, day of the sun evening to one and all. What's up, my beautiful people? How y'all feeling tonight? I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope that you're having an easy night and that it's all good with you. We're sending you big love. And for those of you that are new or just tuning in, I'm Papa Rose, everyone's favorite Papatillo, not Tapatillo, but just as spicy as that sauce, with much respect too. And this channel is the YouTube channel for Casa de Juju and for me, where we speak on all sorts of subjects, esoteric, spiritual, and magical subjects, especially based in Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Puerto Rican especially, and other Caribbean spiritual traditions, and just knowledge, a little bit of New Orleans fun and Southern conjure, a little bit of everything here that I've had in my life that I want to share as my experiences and help people grow, and hopefully y'all get a blessing from it as well. This for me is more of a tribute to my ancestors, ancestral knowledge, and things that I just like to share so that they don't get lost in the sauce, because things sometimes go by the wayside that would really be interesting or helpful later on. But that said, this is also where we talk about the wonderful products we make, or that I make by hand with my own powerful magical hands that are ready to eat for everybody. Products like spiritual oils, enhanced lotions, fixed bath crystals, powders, and all sorts of materia magica, and also curios that we make here for those interested. And also, I myself do divination. I'm a priest of many years in Lucumí or Santeria, as well as being an espiritista and brujo. And I love my work. I love doing spiritual work. I love helping people. So if you would want to sit for a mentorship, which is where we talk about your spiritual path or your magical path and how to enhance it, what to do, what have you, or a divination where we sit and plot things out for you and help you align your energies, as well as cleansings and other spiritual work, or you can sit with me just to shoot the breeze and find out how to troubleshoot some stuff, and just off the hip, let me know. Find the scheduler in the write-up below, as well as a link to PayPal and what have you. So if you feel like gifting your griot with a little donation, feel free. But also in the write-up, you'll find my other links as well, because we're on IG, we are on Facebook as well. So follow us everywhere and hang out. And also, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, while you're hitting the sack, think about us and give us some shout outs and spread us like Tic Tacs. Because I know, right? For those of you that don't know Tic Tac, it's a little mint that people used to share all the time. It was very... Anyway, but share us like Tic Tacs and be a part of the show so you can stay updated on any new videos that are coming in. So tonight, y'all, tonight is story time with Papa Night. I'm getting it out a little bit late because there was some ball game that they were playing around this concert, and it was really cool. Bad Bunny and Green Day, and it was the absolute rock. It was amazing, but that's why I'm a little late. You know, I have to dabble in such thing. And Viva Puerto Rico, Boricua, ¿qué pasa? What's up? But that notwithstanding, it's late, so it's like a bedtime story. So let me tell you a bedtime story so y'all can tuck in and listen. This story was told to me by my mom. My mom, ibae was one of the most amazing guiding lights in my life, as most moms are. But she was also one of my first mentors, the one who helped me along the path, an amazing priestess of Oya, an amazing diviner, and honey, she was an expert bruja, baby. And I learned a lot from her. But I learned from her wisdom. She was very no nonsense. My mom was a Capricorn. If y'all know Capricorns, baby, no nonsense, down to earth, kind. Oh my gosh, just like I said in the write-up, kind and wonderful. But baby, she would read you into a box in a heartbeat. And she was not one for disrespect. And you did not come disrespecting the religion. You did not come disrespecting your elders. You had some respect. However, she was also fair. So a lot of the things y'all see with me come from many different elders who have been with me, mentoring me. My godfather, Ibae, who have also was with me, and my mom too. A lot from my mom and my granddad and my grandmom too. These were influential people that helped me out through my spiritual evolution, as well as in the religion as well. And there was many stories and many different things. And there was a time when I had was coming up and I was doing things and I was on fire. You know how when you're on fire with stuff, you realize what you're doing and you realize you're in it, and ooh, hey, I was on fire with stuff, and I was just thinking it was wonderful, and we were doing stuff in the religion, and I was feeling my oats, and just like blah blah blah. And there are some things, you know what, when you're young, you want to go running off at the mouth and just blah 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 blah. Oh, this is true, this is. But the elders know that, you know what, sometimes things might be good to eat, but not everything is good to say. Not that we want to withhold truth, but we want to be selective with some things. And while I was feeling my fragrancia, you know, the fragrancia del santo, y'all know what I mean. If y'all know, y'all know. The fragrance, when you're feeling the santeria, you're feeling your religious oaths, you're feeling spiritual oaths, it's wonderful. My mom sat down once and told me a tale. And it kind of took a while for me to wrap my head around it, but when I did, I went, okay. And I understood. So, this is a story in a story. And here's the second part of the story. Long ago, back when the orishas lived in the earth in human form, Orunla, the great orisha of divination, used to travel from place to place, doing divinations and helping people achieve their goals, helping people get rid of sickness, healing people through the divinations and through his prescriptions. And he was expert, of course. One day, he came to a town where the people were suffering and just in pain. They were going through so much hardship. And there were some people that said that they had brought it on themselves, and some people that said that this was a curse foisted upon them. And when Orunla asked, what's wrong? Where is all this coming from? The people said, it's the king. The king is unfair, he is unjust, he does not listen to the people anymore. And Orunla said, well, perhaps I can go and talk to him. Perhaps if we sit for divination, he might achieve wisdom, and maybe we can lift this and make things better. Now at this time, Orunla had a faithful companion, a little dog named Tobo. And he always taught the dog, always speak the truth, always speak the truth, always speak the truth no matter what, stand up for the truth. And ever since he was a pup, he got told, always tell the truth, always speak plain. So, this is what happened, and Orunla took him everywhere. Where he was staying, he left Tobo and all of his things for staying in this specific town, and went to go visit the king, because it's also the thing to do when you're coming into a new town. You go and make your presence known. So he did. And the minute the king heard that the great Orunla was in his town, he said, oh, behold, this should be fun. One of the great ones is coming to see me. So it helped him, because he was egotistical, he was vain, and he was absorbed with greed, malice, and many evils had taken on into his heart. But he looked at all things as if they were playthings for him, things for him to do with as he saw fit. So when Orunla came in, all the obsequies were given, because the show had to look good. And so he said, Orunla, it's so wonderful to see you come in. And Orunla checked himself, nodded, and said, thank you. It is wonderful to be here. I wanted to let you know I'm here, and I wanted to, pay my respects. And as such, this king was very flattered and said, Orunla, it is said that your divination skills are par excellence. They're second to none. I wish that you would give me a divination, that you would divine for me. And Orunla said, well, as you wish, but I tell the truth, sir. Please don't take offense when the truth is brought. And the king said, oh no, perish the thought, speak all true. There is nothing but truth that I can accept here. I speak and enjoy the truth. Well, Orunla said, so be it. Let us then prepare. And Orunla divined. And in the divination, he told the king that lies do not become a sovereign. One is not a king if one has to speak that they are a king. If one does not hear the voice of their people, then are they truly the ruler, or are they simply a despot? Orunla spoke in truths and proverbs, and his weight spoke with the weight of the elders. And even his most trusted guards among the king's guards nodded and listened. The truth poured out like honey into their ears, but it was strong like liquor, fiery, and slightly insulting to those that didn't know how to take the truth, and to the king. The king sat there with a face that was bland of expression, but inside he boiled and was filled with hatred. How dare he speak to me this way? But he restrained himself for the time and said, "Is that all the divination has to say, Ifa?" And Orunla said, "That is all that is to be said." But Orunla knew there were more things that needed to be said, but he held them back, because in them he said that he had divined that this king had almost murderous intent. And thus he looked and closed the oracle and said, "Is there anything else for Yolo? Let the king be blessed. Let the king have revelation." And the king said, "Thank you for your blessing, Ifa. No, that is all. Thank you. You may retire to wherever you are staying with my blessing." And Orunla said, "Thank you," and departed. He made a quick retreat to his house because he knew that his time was short. He had to pack up just from getting in, make sure everything was together before the guards came, because he knew that the guards would come and that danger was in the air. And as he was packing, he began to start trying to figure out things and got a little bit twisted out with time. So just when he had finished packing, that's when he heard the guards. For you see, Orunla was correct. The king could not bear that somebody spoke the bald, honest truth to him. It hurt him in his ego, which in a narcissist is deadly. So he sent his guards and said, "Go and teach Ifa a lesson and beat him senseless, and then come back." That very moment, as the door was being knocked on, Orunla panicked and jumped in the closet and closed the door. Tobo the dog was wondering, "That's very strange of Orunla to do, but okay." And he walked to the door and opened it. And he said, "Yes, how can I help you?" And the guards looked at each other, looked at the dog, and said, "Where is your master? Is he here? We've come to give him something." And Tobo said, "Oh, yeah, well, come, he's in the closet, hold on." And he walked up to the closet and said, "Orunla, come out. They're come to give you something." You should always tell the truth. Always speak the truth. That's what he remembered. So they opened the closet door and they did give Orunla something. A lot of something. When they were done, and Orunla was bruised and slightly broken, they left. That evening, Orunla had patched up his wounds, fixed himself up, hobbled out of town with all of his divination tools, all of his things, and a cat. All things may be good to eat, but not all things are good to say, and sometimes the truth can be painful for even he who tells it. Now, when my mom told me this, I listened and said, I think I know who is the diviner and who is the little dog. Remember, telling the truth is good, but having the experience to know when, where, how is also good. Speaking the truth is always necessary, but also understanding that there's consequences is just as necessary. And sometimes you don't want to tell everything to everybody all the time. Sometimes it's good to. And so I share this story because that's how I heard it. And have you heard a story like this before? If you have, sound off in the comments and let's talk about it. Because I like sharing this story. For me, it lets you understand that you have to stand up for the truth. You have to speak the truth. But know that there are some people that are not going to take it properly. They're not going to take it the right way, or they're going to take it out of context. Or your truth will hurt their lies. As such, you always have a backup plan, and you always give that truth delicately enough so that you can walk out. Because sometimes dangers are like that, but you never stop telling the truth. You always speak the truth. And also, know who to tell your truth to. And maybe explain things. And also, cats don't snitch. On that note, as my mom would say to me, did you figure it out yet? Did you get it? Good. Now, let's walk with it. And I hope y'all enjoyed this story. I hope it gave you a little insight. I hope it gave you some food for thought. And I hope that this week showers y'all with protection and blessings and happiness and wisdom and all the good things in life. And may these stories live on to teach others about truths. And with that, y'all, if you have any questions, please let me know. Get with me in the comments. Send me a DM. If you want to, again, schedule any divination time with me or sit for mentorships, products, what have you, send me a line. Look at the scheduling link to schedule your time as well. And that is it. There are classes coming up soon, as y'all know. And as soon as we get close to them, I'll be putting up links on here or on our Facebook page. Please look there, and on the IG page too. So that is it, and that's that. And I will bid you the best of everything. Great week, a wonderful, restful Sunday. Love, peace, and Juju. Mwah. See y'all around.